Nathan!
Stay away from the summoner!
You're a bad man!
There is one game I always go back to when I don't feel like playing anything. It is Final Fantasy X. What makes this game so great? What is it about the game that makes me keep coming back? Is it simply just nostalgia? For sure, nostalgia is a big reason why I love this game, but I think it's more than that. One of the main reasons why I love this game is the story. It's a simple story. It's probably not even that original, but I like it. I'm sure many people already know the story of Final Fantasy X, but let me give you a quick rundown. Tidus, the main character, is a star player of this water ball thing, and he's kind of a douche.
Like I care!
One day, he gets isekai to a new world called Spira that is ruled by a cult, and there's also a murder whale going around killing people. It also appears that it is okay to walk around in a thong in Spira. Great world, best one I've ever seen. So in this new world, you meet this summoner girl, not in a thong, and you go on a journey to fight the murder whale. You are also joined by the racist, goth lady, a teenage girl, Mr. Hornless, and a ghost that could have saved us a lot of time. My favorite character is Waka. Yes, he is racist, but it's okay because he sounds like Bender from Futurama.
Those sandblasted grease monkeys!
It's kinda hard to blame him. He's been programmed to hate the Al-Bhed. In his story, he is the good guy, and the Al-Bhed is bad because Yevon said so. He does redeem himself as the story progresses. I guess all Waka needed to do to become less racist was to travel more?
Boom! Like happy festival fireworks, yeah?
Along on the journey, you meet some bad guys obviously, but this guy's so obviously bad. The music and the voice acting, he might as well just tell us he's the bad guy. He's also a pedophile who proposes to a 17-year-old girl, and even forcefully kisses her. Not cool, Mr. Seymour, not cool. I love how the whole story is a giant adventure. I mean, I guess all JRPGs are like that, but I think the world building of Spira made it better than other JRPGs for me. All of the places you visit, the different types of races or species you meet, all tell the story of Spira in their own little ways. I like the Al-Bhed people. These tech bros are shunned by the world for absolutely no reason, but my god are they good at blitzball. The biggest mystery of the game for me is how the hell did Waka and the Aurochs beat these guys during the story blitzball match? For me, Final Fantasy X was especially immersive because you explore the world at the same time as Tidus, who is experiencing Spira for the first time. I wasn't as dense as this guy though.
Then, once we beat Sin, we're coming back.
I like how naive Tidus is in the beginning. People can say it's annoying and whiny, but it's understandable for a young sports superstar. His reaction to many events seemed pretty genuine, and he's much more of a big boy by end of the game. There are so many things to do in the game. Maybe too many things to do if you want to platinum the game. Or whatever it's called for your system when you get all the achievements. There are things to collect, extra bosses to kill, some birds to race on, and my most favorite of them all, Blitzball. I think you either love or hate Blitzball, but I think it's the best minigame in any Final Fantasy game. I mean, it's basically soccer. What's there to not like about it? Well, I guess it's more like water polo. But who actually likes water polo? You can level your players through playing, and you can also steal techniques from other players. What made Blitzball even better is that you can travel around the world and form your own team. Like your own little fantasy Blitzball team. The worst thing about Blitzball is the terrible AI, but also the amount of games you have to play to get Wakka's celestial weapon. Sadly, the included speed up cheat doesn't even work in Blitzball. Why? The built-in cheats in the remastered version is pretty cool. It's one of the few features that was added in the remastered version. You can change encounter level, buff your characters, or play the game on a faster speed. I especially love the increased game speed. Too bad it doesn't work with Blitzball or cutscenes. Speaking of cutscenes, being unable to skip cutscenes is probably the worst thing about this game. There's a YouTube video out there with all the cutscenes and it's like 11 hours long. As much as I love these characters, I wish I had the ability to skip cutscenes. Why couldn't they add this in the remastered version? Related to the cutscenes, I remember hating the voice acting when I played the first time. I definitely still don't think they're very good, but some parts are good, some parts are not so great. I love Auron's, Wakka's, and Tidus' voice acting, but I thought Yuna's voicing was kinda subpar at times.
Grand Maester Micah, I am not alone. All the people who have opposed sin, their battles, their sacrifices, were they all in vain?
But who am I to judge? People shit on my voice all the time. I'm sure the voice actors of the game work real hard for us to enjoy the game with voices. It is the first one in the series to have voice after all. It's pretty cool to see the characters have voice when you talk to them on the field, or to see all their different dialogues for battles.
This is good. Focus.
Did you know that this guy was voiced by SpongeBob?
Thankfully, my goods were spared. Please let me know if you need any of my wares.
No matter what the opinion is on the voice acting, I'm sure most of y'all who played the game can agree that the dialogue is kinda weird at times. Probably part of the reason why the voice acting seems bad at times. The pacing of some sentences are weird and they love throwing in extra words like, you know?
I wanted to see Yuna's statue too, but I wanted to see it with Yuna by my side.
I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know.
I read online the reason why it's so weird is because they were very strict with the length of the voiceovers, so some things had to be slowed down or sped up to match the lengths of the Japanese voiceover, and also to account for lip syncing. Oh man, I never noticed the lips not matching, but once someone pointed it out to me, I could not unsee it. However, I think all the weirdness of the English stuff actually makes the game more charming for me. Final Fantasy X might not be perfect and it probably feels dated to many people at this point in time. But I'll never stop playing Final Fantasy X, especially if I don't feel like playing any other games. It's my comfort game, and I'm happy that they remastered it and released it on almost every single console available. I can't even play Final Fantasy X on the toilet on my Vita now. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Heartless!